Speaking of Arteta, we can all answer the question that Tigers raised. He said, "Is Howe better than Arteta?" So let me start with Rodney. Is Eddie Howe better than Arteta?
That is the question. I, on balance, would have to say no. But then, if you look at the amount of investment that Arsenal have had, Newcastle haven't had nowhere near that investment. So it's a very difficult question to answer.
Okay, so
they spent over 700 million for them to play football like Burnley and Stoke.
Here's another question. It's a job that Eddie Howe's done with Newcastle better than the job that Arteta's done with Arsenal, with all things considered?
Ooh, they're about even. But you know what, though? Because I think what Eddie achieved was big. Obviously, basically, Unai Emery did a similar thing the season after Eddie, but Eddie did it first. Taking someone from 19th in the league to 4th is massive. Yeah, what he did. But you look at Arsenal, I think, obviously, his first 2 seasons, they finished 8th. But remember, they had Mustafi, Guendouzi, Lacazette. They have bare waste man in their team that he had to try and get rid of before he could restart the team. So there was a lot of attitude problems in that team as well. People going out in the nighttime doing the flipping, shisha, going to strip clubs and all that stuff. He had to get rid of them players. Aubameyang turning up late to the game and all that stuff. To turn them into the title contenders that they were, really, the problem was that they didn't get it over the line last season. If they got it over the line last season, we'll be having a different conversation. So I think it's quite close. And you could argue, to be fair, let's be real, Eddie's had the excuses of injuries last season, but really and truly, when you look at it, it's been one good season. One. Whereas you could argue Arteta has finished second, is it 3 times in a row or twice?
I see.
This will be 3 times in a row. All right.
3 times in a row, plus an FA Cup. An FA Cup. So
I'm going with Howe, just to switch up a bit. And the reason why
I'm going with Howe as well.
Newcastle to their second, as you said, the investment nowhere near as much. Everyone thought you lot would be spending the money that Arsenal was spent, and you haven't spent anywhere near that, but because of this PSR nonsense that's kicked in, right? He's got you to your second cup fund, as you said, taking them from 19th to where they are in the table. Because if you look at it, because Arsenal fans have this entitlement, they were cussing when they were winning FA Cups still under Wenger, but they weren't doing it in the league. And then obviously they dropped out for the Champions League to the Europa League. So all Arteta's done, because we can all talk about second, I don't agree with this nonsense that they've been better than City. I even heard Robbie say it last week on AFTV. How can you be better than the champions?
After over 38 games.
This is the same nonsense people were saying when Barcelona won the league under Xavi, that Real Madrid were better than them. How?
Right.
Barcelona in like 13 league goals in the whole goddamn season.
There's not one league season where the worst team doesn't win the league. Exactly. It's 38 games. You are the better team.
Man, you even admitted it the other day. Come on.
I did it.
That City have been in decline the past 2 to 3 years, and that they've been clutch goals. Because guys, the 3 points is symbolized by a man like Guardiola popping up with 7-8 winners. Right. That's not a good team. Right. Yeah. Whereas Arsenal were actually playing scintillating football.
No. You're just going on who plays the most.
It's true.
In 2023, they're playing scintillating football.
Wait a minute. You're going over who plays the better eye-catching football. No team over 38 games, if you're the champions, no team is better than you. That's a fact. That's a fact. I don't care how good you play or how bad pleasing to the eye you are.
But didn't they have the most goals scored, the least goals conceded?
No, they didn't.
Or something like that, wasn't it? The most wins?
No.
They had the most wins in the league.
No. Listen. They had the most goals scored. No, wait. They had the most goals that they've scored in the Premier League history.
Yeah.
Not in the league, but City outscored them. Yeah. They had the better defense in terms of numbers, but it doesn't matter. They didn't amass enough points. Yeah. Over the last God knows how many seasons. Yeah. This is the first season in a long time they've been better than City. Yeah. And they still can't win the league. So no, I remember even according to you, they threw away the league.
Yeah, they did. They did.
They didn't throw away the league. City
actually, yeah, you could argue because was it 2 seasons ago they had a 9-point lead, wasn't it?
Right.
And then I think they drew 2 and lost 1 or something, and then City came back, didn't they? So
exactly, you drew 2 and lost 1. That's not throwing away the league, because City was so good in that run, they couldn't deal with it.
And remember that
man like John Stones and Gavardio is not good, bruv. That's not good football. That's not, and Rodri, this isn't good football, bruv.
Jefferson, that is
the best midfielder in the world.
Don't worry about the football, because Leicester, I didn't like the football Leicester played when they won the league. Man United used to win the league with goals in the 10th minute of injury time from Steve.
Right. His second favourite team anyway.
True.
Players from all around the team to score goals.
But back to the question though.
True. Fair play.
Arteta had a better squad to take over than Howe did, right? But like I said, to take from 19th to the Champions League and 2 cup finals, and to consistently challenge for Europe, I think this, and also he's got a better head-to-head record against Arteta. Yeah. Yeah, he does. Yeah. So I think.
What are people saying in the chat? What are people saying in the chat about it?
Get me?
Well, Liam said Arteta's getting a team from 2 to Prem.
So he thinks he's met his limit, basically.
We finished 1 point behind these guys, not once but twice, and no one has ever said we were better than them. And both seasons we did it, we got silver.
I thought you were one of them. Was it the season you got 97? No, not 97.
And this is the point. City haven't even touched anywhere
No.
near the points they got when.
What was the season? So the season they got 100. How many points did you guys get?
Man United came second when we got 100.
What was there was 2 seasons in a row.
They got 98 and we got 97.
What about the season after that? What was the one where you won the Champions League?
No, we won the Champions League when they got when they beat us by 1 point. So
that's the season I thought you lot were better than them. That's the season I thought you lot were better than them.
You thought, but they weren't. You thought, but they weren't.
They won the league, man.
The fact is they weren't. Yeah, that's the fact. They weren't.
You get me?
The next season they were.
The only game we lost that season was against City, so it was our own fault.
Fuming.
Flipping blocks Aguero's shot instead of just letting him shoot.
But that's the difference between Klopp and Arteta. Klopp learned from his mistakes. He used it as a tool to get above City the next season. Arteta still can't do it. He still can't do it.
Well, they also don't go deep in any cups since they won it.
Well,
so what are we basically saying then, that Eddie is elite? Is that what you guys are trying to say?
Pound for pound, with the pieces Howell's got, he has done a better job than Finland.
Yeah, he's not elite though. No one's saying he's elite.
In my personal opinion,
you can't be elite if you don't win that. He's not elite, bro.
I mean, ultimately, if you look at what Eddie Howe's done, as D-Man said, 19th to Champions League, 2 cup finals. Other than the first FA Cup final, how many finals has Mikel Arteta been to? Even with all that investment.
And please remember those games, the semi-final and that final, yeah? If Emi Martinez wasn't in goal, they were lucky Leno got injured. It sounds bad. If Emi Martinez was in goal, they wouldn't have been City in the semi. And then Cavu credit to them coming from behind against Chelsea, you get what I'm saying? But now, because even that's just us going off of the Newcastle and Arsenal jobs. Go back to when Howe was at Bournemouth. That first season when Josh King got all those goals, half their squad was injured and he kept them up comfortably. He's a very underrated manager, but he was more about attacking. That's why he went to Spain and sat with Simeone and sat with Iraola. And Iraola has said that since he's come to England, Howe doesn't answer the phone to him after he let him sit in his training sessions, and made himself more tactically astute. But because he's English, he won't get the ratings. Look at how De Zerbi got Brighton into Europe. He was linked with every top job in Europe. You get what I'm saying? So it's just because Howe is English, bruv. Don't discredit what he's doing. He can be annoying, and obviously for you lot mainly as Newcastle fans, because every game you're gonna undress and depict, bruv. But you get what I'm saying? But
yeah,
he's done the job, bruv.
Hardly better than Arteta anyway. But anyway,
I agree with Tiger.
Yeah, it's a bigger achievement than anything Arteta's done.